As we go to air tonight, a major emergency is developing in top-end communities around Katherine. The Katherine River has reached 17.53 metres, the highest it's been in 2 decades. And there's still a chance it could go higher with the potential for widespread flooding. People in surrounding communities are waiting nervously. In Beswick to the east, shelters have been set up and readied for evacuees. In Palumpa to the west, the school, shop and clinic and other parts of the community have flooded and there's no power in low-lying areas, and a crocodile has been seen on the main oval. In Daly River, residents who've only just returned after being evacuated from last month's floods are on standby to evacuate once again. Tonight, we have reporters in Katherine and Darwin, where the hospital is on standby. But first, James Elton takes us through how the day unfolded.
Chaos at the Katherine shops as residents stock up for the town's first flood in 2 decades.
Everyone panicking. I'm really scared. I don't know where I'm going to stay tonight. Make a bush camp somewhere, high ground.
This was the river at mid-afternoon.
Like you can see in that house, the river is coming up.
After an astonishingly fast overnight rise. At 9 p.m. last night, the river was sitting around 9 metres, hitting 13.5 by 6 a.m. and passing 17 metres around 2 p.m, still rising.
We've had a couple of incidents already today where, due to that unexpected rise of the waters this morning, some people have been caught in flood waters.
We've been stood up since 7 o'clock this morning, so all my members in Katherine are ready to go at a moment's notice to help out the public.
Katherine Hospital was evacuated and closed as waters rose.
Current patients of the hospital are being evacuated to other locations.
We've got like 10 baked beans for people, milks.
Those on higher ground are ready, both for themselves and for family and friends seeking shelter.
Went and got fuel, more food. Actually asked people to come here if they need any help. So yeah, we've opened our house to everyone.
Residents waiting to see if this flood matches the one in 2006, where the river peaked at 19 metres.
Did a little bit of damage to some businesses and houses around.
Authorities today saying they do expect at least some homes to be inundated this time around.
Do know that water will inundate some localised areas and some low-lying areas of Katherine, but it will not at this time, with the predictions that we have from the Bureau, it will not inundate places like the city centre and the major suburbs of Katherine.
Residents bunkering down as the river continues to rise.
And James joins us now from Katherine High School, which has been converted into an evacuation centre. James, what's the latest?
Yeah, well, the Chief Minister, Leo Finocchiaro, and the local member, Joe Hersey, just a moment ago toured through here, wishing people well and checking that they have everything they need. There's more than 100 people now sheltering here at this Katherine High School shelter, one of 3 evacuation centres on the higher ground part of Katherine in the east. At the moment, spirits are pretty good here. You can probably see behind me the kids are in a good mood. They're enjoying things. Stretcher beds have been set up. People are sort of making camp and getting ready to settle in for the night. There was a little bit of disquiet earlier about the fact that you're not allowed to cook while you're here at the evacuation centre, so people can't make cups of tea and coffee and things like that, and they were disappointed about that. But as we go to air tonight, Katherine is still looking at potentially a very serious situation. So the river crossed over into a major flood level at the bridge. It's gone past 17.5 metres and it's still rising towards 18. And just a short time ago, authorities in Katherine completed the Katherine levee, the Katherine flood levee, which is a drainage channel that was built relatively recently to try to keep floodwaters away from the centre of the town. So temporary metal walls have been built across a number of roads, including the Stewart Highway, to try to keep the floodwaters at bay as those river levels continue to rise into the night.
James, thanks so much for that update and stay safe.
Thank you.
Further north, Royal Darwin Hospital has started taking on patients from flood-affected communities. Our reporter Tilda Colling is outside RDH now. Tilda, what do we know about the incoming patients?
We know just over 40 patients have been evacuated from Katherine after their hospital has been closing earlier today. We know that the patients have been coming into RDH as well as a number of health facilities across the NT. From within the hospital, we've heard there's been quick moves to make space for these patients. And we have heard that the hospital has entered a code brown, which is the highest level of code in NT Health.
Tilda, thank you so much.